What is up, guys, and welcome to the Gold Star Podcast, Pokemon Collectors Podcast, where we talk about all things Pokemon card related, the market, the hobby as a whole, new products, releases, news, all kinds of things. If it's Pokemon card related, we talk about it here. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope that you guys have all had an amazing kind of first week of the new year. I know things are crazy going on in the world. I hope everyone's being safe and finding things to distract them from all the nonsense going on. But all that aside, we've got a couple things to talk about today. First of all, a couple new products. We're going to go over a couple of the new cards released for or shown for Battle Styles. A couple new products. A new Japanese set that is coming out that I'm not sure where it falls on the timeline. I need to look at that. So we'll go over those things a little bit real quick. The main topic today, after we go over the kind of lighter news, is going to be the Charizard VMax from Shining Fates. Has already been leaked, has been purchased, what we assume to be illegally, not positive. We're going to go over that. And it has been graded. It has been graded by CGC of all companies, and we're going to get into that, where we're at. We'll look at the card, look at the grade, the story behind it of what we know so far and where we're at kind of morally and all that stuff. And is it right? Is it wrong? We're going to get into all that big discussion here in a little bit. But without further ado, first off, we have a couple new products. I'm going to go here to my monitor real quick. Single Strike, Urshifu VMax, and Rapid Strike. We have alternate arts coming back in Battle Styles. This card is awesome. I don't like Urshifu. I've been kind of a very avid I don't like Urshifu fan. I'm not really excited thus far about what we know about Battle Styles, but this card's awesome. You got the Cramorants coming out of the ocean. It looks like he's just summoning the whole freaking ocean here. You got like a Clobbopus right here, Cramorants, all kinds of fish Pokemon around him. This thing looks awesome. I'll be real. This is a cool card. I don't like Urshifu. This thing looks sick. The Rapid Strike, less cool, but still kind of cool. This is, again, the alternate art forms. Here are the regular ones. This is the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMax that we actually already have in English, and the Single Strike. So, and here are their alt art forms. So very cool. I imagine these will be some kind of like a secret rare or one of the more rare cards in the set, I guess. I'm still waiting on them to possibly show us like a Blastoise and Venusaur, because we do have the official English battle decks or battle boxes coming. I believe these are sleeves over here. You got Battle Styles, Darkness Ablaze, Sword and Shield base. Interesting assortment that they're pumping Sword and Shield base in these. But there's a battle box. I'm assuming because there's like Zacians and stuff in Sword and Shield base, and this looks to be kind of a competitive box. So Venusaur VMax and your Blastoise VMax boxes. And here is your Blastoise VMax promo card and your Venusaur VMax promo cards. I am hoping that they put these cards in Battle Styles in like the regular forms. Because, I mean, we need a Blastoise and Venusaur. Charizard's been getting all the love. Would love to see a Blastoise and Venusaur. If this comes to Battle Styles in a full art and rainbow form, that's awesome. That would make this set a lot more attractive to collectors, because as of right now, Battle Styles does not look like a very attractive set for collectors. I haven't even pre-ordered any yet, because as of right now, there are not a lot of cards that excite me in Battle Styles that we've seen so far. But there are your products there. And here we have our first teaser into a new set called Silver Lance and Jet Black Spirit. You can kind of see the pack arts. Oops. You can see the pack arts a little bit here. This is Calyrex, the fusion thing from the new Sword and Shield DLC. If you play the video game Calyrex, it's like Ice Rider and something else. Here you can kind of just different pack arts and stuff like that. I'm assuming that this set and then the Rapid Strike Master or whatever it's called in Japan are going to make up our Battle Styles. So keep a lookout on these sets. I'm not sure if it says when they're released. Let me check here. Each set will 70 cards before Secret Rares. April 23rd. So these will not be included in Battle Strike or Battle Styles. So these, I guess, will be in the next set after Battle Styles. So that's interesting to note, but we do have our first look. Looks like it's going to be centered around Calyrex, one of the DLC Pokemon. Very small set, but Japanese sets usually are 70 cards before Secret Rares. Japanese does that a lot, unless it's the premier premium sets. So, alright, let's get into the CGC stuff. Here we have Charizard VMax from, whatchamacallit, from Shining Fates. This is the Charizard VMax, graded an 8, 9.5 centering, surface 9, corner 7.5. This thing got torn up in grading by CGC for a brand new card. But there it is in all its glory. Charizard VMax looks awesome in English, just like it does in Japanese. When you take a look at the back here, you can see kind of some edge wear right there. Let's see here. Little edge wear right there. This thing got beat up, I guess, in transition. Centering doesn't look that bad. They give it a 9.5, so that's good. But anyway, this thing got graded by CGC. Now, here's the thing. This set doesn't come out. You can see here on the label is labeled inadvertent early release. Now, this thing comes out obviously in February. So it got taken from it got leaked obviously by someone that had inside access with Pokemon, because distributors and stuff don't have this set yet, and they graded it. Now, we don't know the whole story. We're gonna, you know what, but I'm trying to organize this. Let's go over what we do know so far for the story, and then we'll talk about morally where we stand. Because right now, just right off the face, like, it looks stolen. Like, how else does someone get this card? It looks stolen. And if that is the case, why in the world would CGC grade it? So let's see what we know here. This is from Facebook. It says some guy bought it from a guy inside Pokemon at auction, and now it's officially leaked. So we'll take a look at his Facebook here. This is the guy that bought it. Hangs Pokemon right here. This is his profile. This is the picture right here that he posted of him having the Charizard VMax in English. So Hangs Pokemon here has this card. You can see this is his picture right there. Now, someone commented on the picture and said, why CGC though? And Hangs Pokemon replied, PSA and Beckett wouldn't touch it. Surprise, surprise. They wouldn't touch a card that doesn't come out for 2 months. Clearly that could be stolen. And here, shortly after, Hangs Pokemon put on his story, I removed the photos from his profile. Those are screenshotted before he removed them. Out of respect for CGC, if only you guys knew the whole story. Now, here's the thing. We don't know the whole story, and that's part of the problem. We can move on here. Slangtang Pokemon is a bigger Pokemon Instagram account. Won't go too much into him. You can love him or hate him. He's kind of controversial a little bit. But he messaged CGC Cards and was like, you guys don't have anything to say? Shame on y'all. And he said, you don't know the whole story at all, and I'm unable to tell you. That's all I can say. So CGC is refusing to comment at this point. He said, y'all are being shady about something. Shady makes you shadier. It was a bad move. And they said, I'm done. We don't owe you a statement. Good for you. When he said he screenshot him. So they're being kind of rude to this guy. He's being a little rude to them too, but he's trying to get answers. Basically, CGC is refusing to give any kind of a comment, and they are telling people they cannot comment on it. So PSA and Beckett, we have word from the guy who owns the card, that PSA and Beckett wouldn't touch it. However, CGC won't give a statement. So they said that he got it from someone directly from Pokemon. So that right there is illegal. First off, just boom, illegal. That shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be leaked at all. There is no world where Pokemon is like, yeah, that's okay, sell your card that we got you. I don't even know if they gave them to the employees. We don't know that whole story. But then CGC decides to grade it. At least they label it an inadvertent early release, and then they won't comment on it. So without knowing the full story, it's hard to fully judge CGC on if they if Pokemon gave them permission or not. They said, I saw on another site, I couldn't find the screenshot, they apparently said at some point that they covered their bases before grading the card, which is fine. So it's hard to judge them. Is it fair to judge them for grading this card? Not really, without knowing the full story, but it looks really shady. Like, why would you grade a potentially stolen card? Now, if they reach out to Pokemon and stuff, great, good for them. However, is it fair to judge CGC on how they are kind of handling this and not being prepared to make a statement? 1,000,000%. I don't know if this is necessarily the best PR move for a company that is trying to break into this space and try to break into this hobby and take business away from PSA and Beckett. I don't know if this is the best PR move, because on a lot of sites like Facebook, Twitter groups, Discords that I'm in, they are getting destroyed, like absolutely destroyed for this, because it's unethical. Now, if the card is stolen, so it's unethical to grade that. Now, if they did get some kind of a permission from Pokemon or contacted Pokemon to get permission to grade this, that's great. Come out and say it. Now, And if Pokemon says, yeah, you can grade it, but no, you can't say we told you that, that's really hard for me to believe a little bit, then don't grade the card because it's shady. It looks bad. It literally looks like you are promoting the act of stealing cards early is what this looks like. By them grading this card and authenticating it and doing it well before release and before anyone should ever have their hands on it, that is literally promoting stealing cards and getting early and stuff. That's not okay morally in my book. Now I know there's gonna be people in the comments that agree with me, disagree with me. That is fine. This is a very dividing topic and I understand that, and I respectfully disagree. If you do, we can respectfully disagree, and that's totally fine. I understand this is a very divisive topic, especially just kind of looking on the internet and stuff over the last week since all this happened. And I understand where some people are coming from, saying it's not their problem where it came from. Their job is to grade cards. Yes, in a way, but it is not their job to grade cards that are potentially stolen, because that is then promoting the act of it in a way, because that adds value and stuff like that. That part is where you get on this moral compass of, is this okay or not? I said, now they did say unnamed Sword and Shield 4.5 set, which is Shining Fates, inadvertent early release. So at least they tagged it with that. They didn't just straight up slap the Shining Fates tag on there and some official. They did put on the tag, this is an inadvertent early release, but in a way that makes this even more valuable, because then it becomes like a one of one. You know what I'm saying? This is the only card out there with that label and stuff on it. So that could, in theory, add more value to it, which is then, again, promoting the act of stealing cards. And I just don't agree with that or think that that is healthy for this hobby. And to say that, I don't know, clearly PSA and Beckett agree to an extent as well, because the guy who graded it literally said PSA and Beckett wouldn't touch it. So he tried to go to PSA, he tried to go to Beckett, and they said, no, we will not grade this thing, because again, I'm sure they saw the same kind of PR disaster that this has created for CGC and just the moral compass of it all. And that's kind of where I'm at, man. For a company that's already, they're not really struggling, but there's they are trying to break into this space, and a lot of people give them crap, and they do get some, a good chunk of business for their quick turnarounds and stuff, but they haven't really, up to this point, they are still considered very much third tier by PSA and Beckett. And that doesn't look to be changing anytime soon. I don't know if this is the best PR move for them. And so, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you think, because right now, it's been a mess. I've been watching just kind of this all unfold on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and they are getting destroyed. And I actually kind of think it's rightfully so. They look pretty bad in this. And again, I understand the whole point. Their job is to grade and authenticate cards. They shouldn't care where it comes from. I've heard that. And I respectfully disagree a little bit, because, you're authenticating cards, and I don't know. If you know it's, potentially stolen and stuff, I said, they say they're covering their bases, but they need to come out and say it. And on the back of this card, we're going to go back here and look. This was graded in November 11/13/2020. So this was graded, 4 months before release? 4 months. I don't know. It's just kind of shady, man. It really is. It's shady, and I don't know. It's not a great move for them, and I don't really support it or anything. It makes me, I already don't really buy CGC cards. I may be about to buy my first ever CGC card because it's dirt cheap and a good way to get me a decent copy of a card that I want. But I'm cracking it and sending it to either PSA or Beckett. But just a kind of a cheap way to get cards right now. But it makes me not want to support that company even more. This whole thing, I already didn't really like their slabs and stuff. But just that right there makes me not really want to support them until they come out and make some kind of a statement or say something, give some kind of PR control. So hey, let me know in the comments what your thoughts and opinions are on this, because I don't know. You hear me. I've been ranting for 15 minutes now, so I'm going to go ahead and stop. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment. I would love to talk to you about this. Join our Discord, Facebook link. Those are both in the description below. I would love to, like I said, have this conversation with you guys. We have been talking about it a lot in the Discord and the PSA, BGS, and CGC section of the Discord, and I would love to continue this conversation with you there. Get your thoughts. We're not going to argue or be mean or anything. We can have calm, respectable conversations with each other, and that's what we're about. So I'd love to have that conversation. Let me know what you think. Join the Facebook Discord groups, continue the conversation there, and yeah, let me know, guys, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Later.